Let's get into my final word on Erick All and Cade McNamara here on the Michigan Football Report. As always, I'm your host, James Yoder, and I just want to kind of just free flow my thoughts on what's transpired over the last 2-3 weeks, but really over the last 2 or 3 days, as Erick All has now officially announced he is transferring to Iowa to join his fellow Michigan captain and roommate, Cade McNamara. Guys that, frankly, I've had up until recently the utmost respect and thanks for what they did for this team, for this program. But as things go forward, I think I've heard enough that I don't want to say I'm changing my perspective, but a ton of people all across the internet, Twitter alone, I mean, hell, just search Cade McNamara, search Erick All on Twitter. It is kind of ridiculous how bad of a name these guys have gotten all of a sudden in the past couple weeks. So All and McNamara, they're winning no goodwill after the transfers. And why is that? It's not because they're transferring. Had they just transferred, I think it would have been universal praise. Cade McNamara broke the streak against Ohio State, won a Big Ten championship. Erick All, single-handedly one of the top 5 plays of maybe the last 5-6 years, right? Catching that pass across the middle from Cade McNamara, rumbling down the sideline with under 3 minutes left to beat Penn State on the road, keep the dream alive to win the Big Ten championship, keep the dream alive to go to the college football playoff for the first time in the 2021 season. But now these guys are leaving, and we're going to kind of dive into all the things that have been happening. But before we do, I want to ask you guys, give me your one-word reaction. Give me a one word to describe, I should say, the Erick All and Cade McNamara transfer drama. And if you're not following the transfer drama, I'd say good on you, because I'm not sure if it's something that's it's kind of polluting your brain on social media. But give me your one-word reaction. I've seen a sad here in the live chat. I can't root for OSU. Of course we can't. I said a bye from Rob. But if you're watching this later, we're going to put this up over the weekend on demand as well. Go down in the comments. Give me your one word to describe the Erick All, Cade McNamara drama. Toxic, I see here in the live chat. Disappointing, understandable. Bums are a bunch of ones from the live chat. Get down in the comments as well. Let's tell the story about Erick All's transfer. What's transpired over the last day or so. So, I want to pull this photo up on my end. This is Donovan All. This is Erick's younger brother, from what I could tell by kind of Googling him yesterday. He says, Loveland can even eat, I think he meant can't, right? Can't even eat out of my brother's toilet. I don't know what FYTB means. I'm not sure what that means. That's an acronym I'm not familiar with. Scooney, Luke Schoonmaker, is the closest tight end at Michigan to even come in competition with my brother. Laughing face. I'll give Schoon credit because he is actually legit. But Loveland, this man can't block to save his life. Okay. I mean, I think it's kind of unnecessary. That's from Donovan All, at Donovan_All5, Erick's brother. The tweet has now been deleted, but of course, everything lasts forever on the internet. Now, this tweet has not been deleted. This is from Erick All Sr. It's at Erick_All_Senior, right? This is from yesterday morning. He responds. So Erick All tweets out a picture of him in an Iowa uniform. Next chapter, going to Iowa. Okay, cool. There was quite a few negative comments on that, right? And so I think in a situation like this for the All family, they should have just said, we're off the internet for the week, right? There was some asshole Michigan fans. No doubt about it. I don't think I would have maybe reacted any differently. I don't know if I was a parent, but I might have just said, I'm just going to sit this one out for the betterment of my son. It's not my battle to fight, etc. What does he tweet out, though? That is Jim Harbaugh's son. That is the gift. So I screenshot it. That is Jim Harbaugh's son from the 2019 Michigan-Ohio State game. The woman right here, right there, that coat, that's Harbaugh's wife if you scan out of the GIF, right? So he tweets a picture of Harbaugh's son crying in a GIF. Man, the goggles. I mean, I couldn't believe the a-hole nature of it. But I understand parents. I understand fathers defending their son. But he could have used any one of 1,000 memes. 1,000 memes. He uses Harbaugh's son to basically tell the guy, like, cry about talking trash to a Michigan fan who had admittedly said some really nasty things to his son on Twitter. Now, how about this? We talked about Cade McNamara last week, but this is one of the quotes, right? And it's been put out there. This is a screenshot from Twitter I pulled. It's like, this reminds me, I don't know if you guys remember from last year, right? The Lakers, right? LeBron went on Twitter and he says, all these people talking about how the Lakers are washed up, the Lakers suck. Please keep that energy when we turn it around. Please keep that energy when we're about to win the title in the playoffs. And then people were like, well, hey, LeBron, you didn't even make the playoffs. We're keeping that energy. Cade McNamara is doing the same thing here, right? He's like, please keep saying that Iowa is the shittiest offense in college football. Please just think we're going to be shitty next year. Please. Okay, well, this might be one of the all-time hot. What's the old takes exposed, freezing cold takes of all time when Iowa scores like 3 or 7 points in a game early on next year with Cade McNamara, because he went on The Room, a podcast with a couple ex-college football quarterbacks last week, and he wasn't trashing Michigan as much as the hosts were trashing Michigan. He wasn't disagreeing with them in any shape or form. And then it was like Kyle Allen, former NFL quarterback, former Texas A&M quarterback as well. They were like, well, Cade, you said a couple things about the offense. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat things, Cade. Iowa's got the worst offense in college football. They had the worst offense this year I've ever seen. And Cade does what everyone always seems to do when they're transferring, they're doing something else, they're going to a new job, going anywhere, is he basically said, oh, well, they told me it's going to be different when it's me. Now you can take it off me if you want, Brett. I was kind of getting rid of it. He said it's going to be different when it's me. We're going to open things up. It's going to be I'm the quarterback they've needed. I think Cade McNamara got sold a bill of goods if he thinks that Iowa in under a year is going to go from the worst offense in Power 5 to an offense that's just going to open it up and be air raid and just throw the ball over the field and be unstoppable like he thinks they will. So, okay, fine. That's okay. Cade McNamara didn't say anything negative about it, but there are some other rumors now that I'd like to address on this situation. All right. We are going to talk, folks, on medical, right? There are some medical rumors, medical issues out there in and around Erick All that we're going to address. I'm going to tell you what the rumors are, and I'll let you guys give your opinions. I'm going to certainly give mine here on the Michigan Football Report. It's going to be the final word on Erick All and Cade McNamara. But before we do, I want to talk about the TCU-Michigan point spread, and a little update on that game. Point spreads come down. All right, started at 9, popped to 9.5. Now it is 7.5. So clearly the early money is coming in on TCU. Over-under is remained between 58.5 and 60, and it sits there steady for about 6-7 days right now at 59. If you haven't seen it, the game will be on ESPN out at the Fiesta Bowl. It is 4 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock local time, Michigan, TCU. And for the third straight football season in a row, BetUS is our sports book partner. So if you want to get started with BetUS, the season's almost over. Now is the time, and we are bringing back a promotion. So go to chatsports.com/GoBlue. Make your first bet. Get a 125% deposit bonus with BetUS. You got to use the link at the bottom of the screen, chatsports.com/GoBlue. You got to use the promo code GoBlue, because if you don't, a lot of customer service work on our end. But then, boom, 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 we got the promo is back. The jersey deal. We are letting this bad boy ride now that Michigan is 13-0. So get started with BetUS as your sports book. Make a bet. Sign up and deposit $100 or more. Make a bet, get a 125% deposit bonus, and then, folks, email us right here at the office, jersey@chatsports.com. Send us your account number, skip a step, send us your BetUS account number, and we will get your information. We'll ship you off the size of your choice of a Michigan football Jordan brand #1 jersey. So, again, you go to BetUS, chatsports.com/GoBlue, promo code GoBlue. You get started with BetUS, you deposit $100, and you get 125% deposit bonus. Email us, jersey@chatsports.com. We'll get your information, and we will ship you off a Michigan football #1 Jordan brand jersey. It's the best deal in the history of promotions. Get started with BetUS. We're going to give you a Michigan football jersey. Had Cade McNamara and Erick All just transferred and just tweeted something out or made a video, whatever it is, I told the parents of Cade's teammates weeks ago when the whole, what's the kid's name, the Adam Biggers rumor came out that quit the team and all this stuff. I said, look, everyone knows Cade's going to transfer. I said, if you can put this word in from somebody who follows the situation very closely, me, I said, no matter what he thinks, if he thinks Harbaugh misled him with the quarterback battle, whatever he thinks, I go, talk about it in 2 years if you want to, but for right now, just tweet out how much you love for Michigan, how much you hope J.J. McCarthy has success, and how you give Jim Harbaugh such thanks for recruiting you, giving you 4 years, leading the Big Ten championship. He'll always be a Wolverine, but now he's got to go on and see if he can continue his football career. Just do that. And he kind of did that, but the fact that you have 2 captains leaving, folks, I think had that happened from either one of those guys, for what they did last year, Big Ten championship game, everything they did, they've been celebrated for years to Michigan fans. I think even Michigan fans would have been huge Iowa fans this year. I think you'd be like, oh, my second team's Iowa. I hope Cade McNamara, Erick All do well. They were so classy leaving. They were such a big part of that win against Ohio State last year, win against Penn State, Big Ten championship. But no, that is not the case at all. So they're not going to be celebrated, I don't think. I actually think they're going to be rooted against by a lot of Michigan fans. I'm not saying necessarily that I will be rooting against them, but that is the case. So we're going to talk more on this saga. I've actually got some information, or speculation, I should say, on how things went down. There were a lot of, I think, credible rumors on the injury front. Why did Erick All get so salty? Why did he tweet out, a week and a half ago that he was transferring, and say that things didn't work out and kind of threw Harbaugh and Michigan under the bus even before he transferred to Iowa? That's all coming up right now. But I do want to ask you guys, if you have yet to do so, subscribe to the Michigan Football Report for daily Michigan football videos and live weekly shows until early February, where we'll do a live show from now all the way through signing day in February. And hell, Michigan, when they beat TCU, gosh, I can't even imagine. December 31st through January 9th. That's going to be madness. We might just go live every day, every other day. We will see. But make sure you guys subscribe. It's going to be a hell of a wild ride these next 25 days from now into potentially a national championship game on January 9th. Let's go back to his brother's tweet, okay? Before we dive into the injury stuff, I want to address this one more time. So this is, Donovan All. This is Erick's brother. And basically he says, none of these players can be at my brother's level. Schoonmaker's almost there. But Colson Loveland, right? He legit can't block. He's taking shots at Colson Loveland. I just want to, just for fairness sake, Erick All's been at Michigan for 4 seasons. He got hurt last year, so that's fine. Take a look at Erick All's stats. His first 2 seasons at Michigan. His first 2 full seasons at Michigan. 13 games in 2019, 6 games in the COVID-shortened season in 2020. 13 catches, 92 yards. 13 catches, 92 yards, no touchdowns. How about Colson Loveland? 12 catches, 199, and 2 touchdowns. When might have those 2 touchdowns happen? Well, I don't know if you guys have been watching the Michigan football program lately, but Colson Loveland, after Luke Schoonmaker went down and he became the guy, he has opened up a different passing window in this entire program, right? Who did J.J. McCarthy go to in the Big Ten Championship? So if I'm Erick All's brother, if I'm Erick All's dad, I'm picking my battles. I may want to take a shot at Jim Harbaugh. I may want to take a shot at somebody else. But why are you going to take a shot at Colson Loveland? From all I can tell, the kid went to a little tiny high school in Idaho. Against all odds, became a low-level 4-star recruit, got recruited by Michigan, and has been a hell of a contributor as a true freshman who started the year as like the 4th or 5th string tight end. But most importantly, he might have had 2 of Michigan's biggest plays in back-to-back wins against Ohio State. Right, the touchdown to kind of blow it. I think Michigan scored a touchdown when Michigan was down 3. Right, so it was the first touchdown. I think it was the first touchdown right after halftime. Right, so Michigan comes out of halftime, hits Colson Loveland long for a touchdown. He stretched out, and then he makes one of the top 2 or 3 catches of the year on the first drive in the Big Ten championship game against Purdue. You can't have your brother have 13 catches in 2 years, no touchdowns, and have one decent year of 30 catches in 2021 and say Colson Loveland's trash, because Colson Loveland is a future superstar. I think he's going to be Michigan's second or third best player on offense next season. Hell, he might be that next right now. It might be J.J. McCarthy, Donovan Edwards, not necessarily even in that order. Colson Loveland might be the 3rd best skill position player, at least, on this entire offense right now. So I think pick your battles to the All family and go from there. So let's, last topic here. I'm going to talk about the Erick All injury situation, but I want to ask you guys this question. Take a little pulse for you. Will you cheer for Iowa next season? Cade McNamara, unless something drastically changed, will be the Iowa starting quarterback, and the expectation here is that Erick All will be the Iowa starting tight end, and they might be really relying on those guys to be a superstar combo to get their offense out of the Stone Ages. So let me know. Give me a Y or a yes. I want to give a few shout-outs here in the live stream. Bohannon's a no, Iceman Compson N, Bill Graves an N, Big Old G's a Y, Luis Pop, my guy is a no, got a hell no in there. Got 2 or 3 Ys, Becky and Chad giving a Y. I don't know. I'm on the cusp right now. I think a week ago I was yes. A day ago, and now I'm kind of like here. If they just kind of heads down, and maybe they tweet out this, Michigan beats TCU, congrats, guys. We're the captains of this fucking team. They're captains of the team. Congrats to my teammates. They just won the game. Then I'll be like, yes. But if I hear any of the negative stuff going forward, I'll go to no. Now I'm right on the cusp. A lot of no's, though, in the live chat. Let me know down in the comments. All right, how about the Erick All injury saga? So from what I can, investigative work, diving in, kind of reading between the lines and connecting a few dots here. We all know Erick All, injured in the third game of the season, never returned, ultimately needed back surgery, right? The rumors, though, is that the Michigan medical staff did not recommend any surgery for Erick All. They thought that he could get healthy and potentially be back even this season without getting any surgery. But the rumors are out there is that they sought medical opinion outside of the Michigan football program. That's fine. That's okay. But from what we're hearing, again, these are unconfirmed rumors. I do want to say that, but I think I've heard from enough credible people that, like, putting the words together is that All's family thought that the best way to get rid of his back injury and go forward is to get surgery, be back for spring football, whether it be at Michigan or someone else. Now, what happened there in the field is Luke Schoonmaker started having a hell of a year. He got hurt. Colson Lovin started having a hell of a couple games, and Erick All didn't really see a future. He might come back as a fifth-year player and be the second or third stringer. Okay, that's fine. So, but the questions remain in the treatment he received. What I have heard, and this is maybe the least credible of the rumors that are out there, is that Michigan's medical people did not approve of the doctors or the type of medical treatment that he got, a back surgery that he got a few weeks back. So those are the rumors out there. But when you think about it, if they are that salty that, hey, Michigan wouldn't let him get surgery, when he got the surgery, they told him, we don't trust these doctors. We're not going to clear you medically. That's like the last one, is that they weren't going to clear him medically, wanted to get the surgery. They're super salty. I had major back issues. They were joking about it at the office a couple weeks ago. Like, where's James? Oh, I assume you were stretching your back. I'm like, hey, it's been kind of good for the last year and a half. But for a 4.5, 5 year stretch, from like 2016 to 2020, I think I solved it during Corona just by not having a ton of stuff to do. I just actually did all the stretches, everything like that. I went over like a 2 or 3 year period of 16, 17, 18 to 4 different doctors. They all told me 4 absolutely different things. Right? One guy's like, James, you're young enough. Just wait it out. Your body can't have trauma like this for more than 5 or 6 years. So if you can just, wait it out 5 or 6 years, it's just going to go away. Your body's just nerve endings are just going to die. They're going to numb themselves. You just won't have back pain anymore. Okay, interesting. One guy said, oh, you should do this minimally invasive surgery. Another guy said, you should replace your disc. I actually think that one of the doctors was like a colleague of Dr. Death. You've seen this documentary, the Dallas doctor that was basically just chopping people up in surgery. So 4 different things they told me to do. 2 said surgery. 2 said no way get surgery. It's the worst thing you can do. And I'm surprised that the All family can't, just remove themselves from the situation and say, why in the hell would the Michigan medical community give us bad advice, say anything about this? So if these rumors are true, I think you got to understand science and medicine, it's not a guarantee. It's not absolute. Doctors have different diagnoses for everything. And I think there's some saltiness about what his ultimate treatment was versus, what Michigan's medical people, trainers, doctors in and around the school, or who they recommended him go see, what they thought was the best medical procedure going forward, and maybe what he ultimately got done wasn't what they would have recommended, didn't feel comfortable ever putting him on the football field again. So I'll ask you guys this question. To wrap up this, I've given enough points, and I just, didn't really have a ton of scripted points there, just a few bullets of, what my things were, so I might have been rambling there, but nevertheless, I would ask you guys this question to wrap up this portion of the show. Should Michigan invite Erick All and Cade McNamara back for team reunion? So if you guys, I'm sure this is not surprise to anybody, but in 2026, 2031, 2036, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, you'll be at a Michigan football game in 2036 and say, please direct your attention to the north end zone where we honor the 2021 Michigan football Big Ten championship team, and all the guys who are in the NFL, and they'll be in their late 30s by this time, so not many of them will come out and they'll get a roaring applause. Will Cade McNamara, should Cade McNamara and Erick All be invited back for those reunions on the team that they were the quarterback and the starting tight end for, and without them, Michigan would absolutely not have had the season they had last year. Let me know what you guys think. Just kind of give me a yes or no and what your thoughts are down in the comments.